Welcome back to Bridging the Gap. We're embarking on a new era here with Bridging the Gap, where not only will we be here on Facebook, but we're also on our YouTube channel, which is Bridging the Gap, and we're also going to be on PAC 14. Now, for those of you that don't know what PAC 14 is, it is Public Access Channel. It's actually a YouTube channel. It's a app on, you can just look up the PAC 14 app on your Roku or devices like that. You'll see the little string, right under it. Some people don't get that. But anyway, you will see that. You can get it on those, it's the app. But not only that, it would allow us to get it out to every place that we can, on cable or wherever. So with that in mind, I just want to ensure everybody, since day one with Bridging the Gap, we are here to inform people with accurate, truthful news. Okay? No, we're not like one of those news broadcast systems or whatever like that that has to worry about the Nielsen. No, we just want to make sure those that are concerned get the information that they need. The Bible says, and this is a paraphrase, that my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So we want to at least give people knowledge that they may not get other ways. Bridging the Gap is also expanding. We are not only just a one-man operation anymore. We now have some other people working in the background. I'm not going to name them all, but one I do want to name is going to be one of my top co-hosts, and he's actually off now getting our premiere or pilot show on PAC 14, all edited. But my tag team partner in this is going to be Colin McEvers. He is the Lower Shore Young Republican president. He's actually about to be sworn in as the State of Maryland Young Republican president, and just an all-around good young man. And having him, and along with the campus Republicans, Salisbury University Republicans helping us out, we're going to be able to do a lot of things. Now, I know you're hearing Republicans. If you're a Democrat, please don't turn me off. That just means there are people working. If I can find some Democrats or independents that don't want to be agenda-minded, but want to also help out in getting out truth, because, the thing is, we all have to live here together. And information is information. There are honest people that are Republicans and Democrats. They may not have the same understanding of things, but yeah, we want to work with as many people as we can. I actually saw someone reply to a post that was on Colin's page when he started talking about Bridging the Gap. He said, are you going to be talking to people from every political background? Well, absolutely, because we leave anybody out, we left everybody out. So that is not going to happen. Bridging the Gap will continue to be transparent, and it will be for everyone. So that's going to continue. As we go forward, we're going to be out here giving more and more interviews. To God be the glory, that's been something we've done since day one. It's been numerous people we have interviewed. We're going to continue to keep up with interviews. We're also going to try to get out there with having more people working behind the scenes. We're going to try to get more field interviews, people going out to different locations. We want to interview and talk to people and just get whatever we can that's accurate, so we can get it to all of our viewers that watch Bridging the Gap. Okay, we're going to have more shows where we're going to be sitting there at a table and we're going to be talking about different things. And like I said, we're probably going to have we will have some of our guests sit in on those little mini forums, if you will, and we're going to talk about things. And sometimes it might get to a peaceful debate, but that's all about getting information. We're not going to all agree. We should rejoice on those things that we agree upon and maybe pray about those things that we don't, but we do need to communicate. Bridging the Gap. We're still here to give you 100% accurate information, to make sure that if we can be a help in spreading truth. And there's another thing I'm glad I just remembered this. We also want to talk to local talent, local movers and shakers. We're going to be talking to people from the Christian shelter. We're going to be talking to people that are out there making a difference in the street. We want to bring everybody we can that has a voice up front so they can speak and include everybody else in on those great things that are going on. No, this ain't something to build anybody up as far as for pride, but it is to spread the good news. So again, enjoy and take in the information and continue to pray for us. I've never been a person saying, please don't pray for me. I actually ask all to pray for us, because, you know, as much as we want to get as much truth out, those that are powered by a different agenda probably are not going to like it. They're probably going to throw darts at us, but I know what the Bible talks about with the fiery darts. So, again, this is Bridging the Gap.
Hello, my name is Colin McEvers. A lot of people have told me that I wouldn't be fighting the pepper spray ban here at Salisbury University if I actually got pepper sprayed myself, because it'd be too painful. Well, today we're going to test that theory, and I'm going to get pepper sprayed using this can. Aim at the eyes and do it a couple times.
Oh, I didn't hit record.
Make sure to record, please.
It's on camera. It's all over your face.
Ooh, it looks like you have a disease. Holy shit.
You look like you're
Oh, to my eyes.
Of course it's in your eyes.
Okay, record this. Make sure you record.
You're like drooling out the mouth, dude.
So nasty.
Sage, help him.
No, you don't need to help me.
It's also really bad to wipe your eyes at this stage because you could actually ruin your corneas.
What? We are going to end the pepper spray ban at Salisbury University.
Powering up.
Someone get a hose.
No, go there for another reason.
I've been recording for almost 7 minutes.
Good.
I know, I'm at...
Yeah, hose yourself down. The ladies will love that.
I love your right to defend yourself.
Hey! Yeah!
Against violent predators, the crime rate at Salisbury
Oh, yeah.
is
It's
over
pretty
double.
bad.
Is over double the rate in the state of Maryland.
And the pepper spray ban. Thoughts on the pepper spray ban?
I want to end the pepper spray ban on campus. This is Colin P. McEvers, running for Vice President of Salisbury University. As women and vulnerable students should have the ability to defend themselves.
As I said, the 5th of April was a very busy day around here in Salisbury, Maryland, as there was also protesters. Didn't get consent to use their video, so I've got some audio that I'll be playing in a few for you. But there were protesters against the Trump administration, and I actually reached out to Randy Taylor, the mayor of Salisbury, because of there was things that was left at the park, and he had told me about this. But again, I believe in free speech. At the same time, we have to understand, okay? We need to sit down. We need to discuss things. We need to make sure that everybody is heard, because everybody's voice does count. I don't know all the ins and outs of. I do know it's against the Trump administration. Before we cast any judgment on anybody, and I'm not for or against, because I don't know what everybody was out there for. They may have been different reasons. But I do believe that we do need to have more time of getting together and talking. We need to have more town halls here locally, you know, and understand that we're not going to all agree, but we can agree on certain things. And we need to build upon those things we agree upon and pray about those things that we don't. So I'm going to play a little bit of the audio as we get ready for our last segment, which will be actually my co-host, Colin McEvers, talking about term limits. Thanks.
We protesting today.
Donald Trump.
Well, what's Donald Trump doing that we're protesting?
Well, he is fucking up the American democracy right now and trying to kind of repeal a bunch of shit in the Constitution, like, you know, rights and liberties. So,
is there anything in specific that he's...
I don't have all the information, but I do know.
What are you against?
Personally, I'm against tyrants. I'm against tyranny. That's what I'm against.
What is that?
Somebody who's coming in and trying to take over the country and get rid of the rules and regulations that have existed for centuries to keep us citizens safe.
And who do you think is doing that?
Currently, Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all of his cabinet members.
Why Elon Musk, though?
the Department of Government Efficiency. He was put in charge of a department that doesn't even exist before this, and he's not even an American.
Who's not an American?
Elon Musk.
Okay,
He's from
okay.
South Africa. I don't know if you knew that.
How do you feel about Donald Trump?
I think that he deserves to die.
He should what?
Die.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
So who do you want to run America?
The people, preferably.
You want the people to run America?
Like a democracy should be. Yes.
Do you feel like the people voted for him?
I think the people were fooled.
Fooled by who?
Him.
How?
I don't, dude.
False consciousness.
It's a what?
It's a false consciousness.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so the.
Can I see your sign?
Can you see it?
No, I'm sitting right here.
To the camera.
No, to the camera, brother.
I'm talking to you.
But I'm interviewing. I got a mic.
I don't care about that.
You decided to
I'm
talk.
here as an individual.
Individual?
I'm here as an individual.
Okay.
I'm talking to you as an individual.
Okay, well, I want to see the sign.
Read
If you have a sign.
Read the sign.
Okay, all right. What the sign say? What does the sign say? Hold on, brother. What does the sign?
You go out of your way.
All people are children
How about that?
of the earth.
Yeah, all people are children of the earth. Can you disagree with that? Can you disagree with
No,
that?
I can't disagree.
What do you got to say about that?
Can't disagree.
Me neither.
I love that, brother. Yeah. All people are people of the earth. I love that, man.
April 5th was a pretty busy day for us. My wife and I attended a banquet that was there to raise funds for for our Salisbury Christian Shelter. It was a great group of people there, and there was this was a great feeling out there. I think, I'm not even sure how much they actually raised. I know a friend of mine, Krista Mende Sensei, shout out to Krista, has set this up. This was the second annual one, but I can tell you that they definitely raised some good funds for a great cause. And, you know, I was already working with the Christian Shelter and know there was a great ministry going on there, but I did not know the backstory and all the things that started out. I've learned about David Greer, who used to be over the Christian Shelter. I learned about some of the great projects. Shout out to Bishop Anthony Dickerson. Him and I have definitely been in communication a lot here in the last few months, and actually he'll be coming in and speaking at the Delmarva Conservative Movement coming up in, I think, August. But it was just great. Their MC that night was Jimmy Hopper from WBOC, and their other great speaker, Jim, did a great job up there. And like I said, it wasn't about anybody but the people, the homeless. And I just want to give a big shout out to those that definitely was a part of that. And like I said, anytime that people come together and they're there to really work for people, then I want to be in the midst of that. When I say that, Bible says that the poor you'll have with you always, okay? Which means you'll always have somebody to minister to, and who better to minister to than those that are without? Because every time we minister to one of those that are without, we're ministering unto God. So I just want to again say that was a great opportunity that not only did my wife and I get to be a part of, but also Delmarva Conservative Movement, who are, and again, they don't, or we don't do it because I'm part of that group for recognition, but we want to be as involved with the Christian Shelter and helping out as possible, okay? You know, just being a social club or being out there and everybody sees you, it's not about name recognition, but it's about how you can be a part of the impact. If you want to see change, we need to be part of that change. It makes me start thinking back when Michael Jackson came out with Make That Change. And, you know, Man in the Mirror, and he said, make that change. That was really before his time. I mean, before what he said really was something that impacts now. So I think he really was before his time when he came out with that. So again, I want to say that was a great thing that, went on, and shout outs to all of those that was in attendance there. And we actually got an opportunity. They had a silent auction, and my wife decided, let's go ahead and let's try something. So she did a part of the silent auction. We ended up we're going to be going away to Virginia, and then I think in the fall. So to God be the glory. I think that was awesome. But again, I just want to give a shout out to the Christian Shelter for all that they do, because, you know, someone somewhere is changed because of the impact that the Christian Shelter has had. And I want to be right in the middle of that. I want to allow myself to be open up to whatever I could do to be a part of the difference. So just wanted to say for a few moments there, as I'm not sure if I'm showing any clips there or not, but I just wanted everybody to know that the Christian shelter, it needs help. It needs help. There's still a lot of things that they are in need of there. If you can help out, please give them a call. If you Google Christian Shelter Inc. of Salisbury, Maryland, it'll give you the number. Ask for anybody there, their administrator, or Sister Mary, or you can ask for Bishop Anthony Dickerson, or you can just talk to the person that answers. But get involved. See how you can see what you can do to be a help. And I promise you, you can never outgive God.
At the national level, congressional term limits are virtually impossible to actually get through and to get done. And that's because it would require a 2/3 majority to pass an amendment for congressional term limits. And as we know, a lot of the people that are currently in Congress, the national legislature, are already incumbents, and they don't want to put limits on how long they can serve in office because it's so much easier to win the election if you are already in office. Now, it's different at the local level. In Wicomico County, for instance, there are currently no term limits imposed on members of the county council. However, there's currently a petition in the works for Wicomico County, and if it gets 12,000 signatures on 2026 in the 2026 midterms, there will be an issue on the ballot where voters will be able to choose whether or not they want to impose term limits on the county council. Personally, I'm going to be doing a lot of work to make sure that this petition gets a lot of signatures. Especially as a young Republican, I think it's very important, it's critical that there are limits imposed on the amount of time that a person can serve in their county council. Because if they're serving for such a long time, it's virtually impossible for anyone else to step in to try and run and to actually succeed. That's mostly because the people that are incumbents, the county councilmen who are incumbents, already have name recognition, they have the resources, they have the interest groups, they have the financial resources, they have all these incredible momentous advantages that will make it impossible for younger folks to get involved, to actually run for elected office. I think that this can be solved through the imposition of term limits. It would be a wonderful thing. The people can put it on the ballot and the people can vote to impose term limits. I think that it's going to get a lot of votes in favor when it's on the ballot in 2026. We just need to make sure that we're gathering signatures to actually make it possible, because this is about our futures.